Stink from clothes, even after it's washed well. No matter what you use the best, most expensive detergent, you use the fabric softener, you use scented tablets in the washing machine while washing these clothes. Yet, once they are washed, they tend to smell, leave a very bad odor. And you usually find this happening with either the full lot of clothes that you have put into the machine for wash, or one or two clothes, maybe a t-shirt or a pant or something, would come out in a very bad stink from the machine. Why does this stink actually catch up in your clothes? When you tend to perspire, okay, that is the smell that is caught up in the fabric. Also, mostly with home clothes, when you do work, kitchen work, or say kids around the house or something, some or the other thing happens to get in touch with your clothes, and the odor is again caught up in the fabric. So, what usually happens is when you put your full lot of clothes, that is your uh, outside wear clothes, along with your home clothes for wash together, the full lot of it tends to catch this smell, this stink. If not, those clothes which were already stinking from before come out in the same way. They might look neat, clean, and shiny, but they leave a very bad odor. And this is quite a common issue. I have come across many people, they could be dressed perfectly, yet they have this weird kind of odor coming from their clothes. Now, let me tell you, some of the people have this mentality that we cannot fight the odor every time we put our clothes for wash. So, the only option is we will carry on in this way. Once the clothes are dry, we'll just spray it with lots of perfume and then wear it and go out. Let me tell you, on these stinking clothes, when you put lots of perfume, it gets a lot more stinkier, which means it leaves even worse smell. We are not able to get it as we are already used to the smell, but the person opposite us whom we come across usually tends to understand there is some weird smell coming from your clothes. Leaving all this aside, what's the solution to this problem? The solution is very simple, and trust me, it works each and every time. So it's advisable, at least if y'all are having such situation where y'all have stinking clothes even after wash, try using this method every time before putting your clothes for wash. Let me remind you, for those clothes that leave color, please do not mix them with the clothes that do not leave color, else the color will be caught up with the other clothes. Try keeping them separate and working out on them separately. Let's directly shoot out at what is the solution for this problem. This is Flavia Coutinho welcoming you to another episode of How. For this process, if y'all have already washed your clothes the lot for this week, what I would suggest is remove those clothes which are stinking. And for those of y'all who are about to put clothes for wash, y'all can use this method for the full lot. For this lot, what you'll need is hot water. See that you have a very large bucket where you can soak your clothes in. If you need to put it part by part, you can do this as well. I would prefer doing this overnight. So before you go to sleep, soak your clothes and then in the morning you can wash them. In this large bucket where you're going to soak your clothes, fill hot water, and to that y'all can add the detergent that y'all use for washing your clothes. Now, for those of y'all who have clothes leaving very strong odor, I would suggest you to do this in two steps. First step would be to fill the bucket in which you're going to soak your clothes with hot water, and then to add half a cup or 1 cup of vinegar, depending on how much water you have taken. And to this, add the clothes which stink. Soak them in this water. If it's not stinking much, just the detergent in hot water should be perfectly fine, and just soak the clothes in this water. Remember, before soaking your clothes, sort out those clothes which leave color, as the color of those clothes will be caught up on the other good clothes as well. So Please sort out, especially darker colors, avoid putting them in this kind of hot water, because they do tend to leave color even in hot water. And once you have done this process, soaked your clothes in hot water, leave it overnight. You will understand the difference. The water in the morning will really be of a very musty color, very weird color. This will be obvious that your clothes are now free from the odor. This is for ones which do not stink a lot. For those that stink a lot, as I mentioned, you all will have to do this in two-step processes. That is, soaking it in vinegar, hot water, and then after about, if you all have soaked it overnight, then afterwards for about 2 hours, 2 3 hours, you can soak them in the water which has detergent. You will understand the difference in the color once you have soaked these clothes. The water color changes drastically once these clothes are soaked. Thereafter, if you want to, you can rinse them in plain water. Else, you can just remove them separately in another bucket, and then you can put it for wash in the washing machine. Once this is washed, and quite obvious, you all will know which was the um, cloth, or which was the top or the pan that was stinking. You all will realize the stink is no more. It's a very simple method. Once you all use this technique of soaking your clothes in hot water, you do not need to do this every week. Every once in a month, if you do this to your clothes which have really bad odor, initially when you have started doing this, till all your clothes are really stink free, you might have to do this method. Thereafter, every once a month or every once in 2 months, you can follow this process. So friends, I hope this method is going to come in use for those of y'all who face this situation each time y'all put your clothes for wash. So this is a laundry hack. Hope it comes in good use. Do suggest it to others whom y'all think deal with this kind of situation and are not aware what could be the solution for this problem. Please, for those of y'all who have not subscribed as yet to my channel, it's a kind request. Do not forget to click on the subscribe button and the bell notification icon to get updates on all my upcoming videos. I'll see you in some other episode of How.